Alright, so I started a new profile again, and we're going to start from scratch and maybe build an empire. Enjoy. So, like I said, I started a new career. I deleted the other one so I could use the name because you can't have two profiles with the same freaking name. Whatever. Like, I should be able to have the same damn name for all my profiles if I want to, but nope, can't do it. So, whatever. Anyway, I've already done one mission. I've got 2,500 bucks in the bank. I'm level 0. I can't even take out a loan yet. Luckily for me. Um, they appear to have some mats for sale. Unfortunately, they're also really expensive. Compared to what I have right now, they are really expensive. Um, so yeah. Anyway, what I'm going to do is quite simple. I'm going to just do a couple quick jobs till I can get a loan. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna do a couple jobs till I can unlock the bank, and then I will take out a loan, probably $100,000 loan, and get me a used truck. It will most likely be a Mack truck, which is not really my first choice because I would prefer to have something a little better, if you will. But it really just depends on what all is available. Like, all of these are day caps. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to get anything with a sleeper on it for under 100K. Just kind of curious. 237 horse. Ooh. 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 Ah, damn, that's weak. 237 horse, 237 horse, 370 horse. That's a little better. 400 horse, 355, 370, 345. It is what it is. Anyway, so, um, let's take a job from Moab to Vernal. Let's do that one. It's in a yellow truck. I'm not really a big fan of the Volvo, but it's fine, I guess. I'm gonna have to do some seat arrangements. I want a 90-degree field of view. Rotate a little bit. And I'll leave the mirrors the way that they are. So, I'm not real sure how to go about doing this series the way that I want to. Um, I would like to do like a company driver type thing. Um, Actually, what I would like to do is I would like to be able to start out with um, yeah, what I thought. Okay, give me a second. There we go. Now I should be able to adjust the volume independently. Just thought of that. I was streaming the other day, and when streaming, you have to have the audio on one track. But now I can actually adjust the audio independently when I'm editing this. So, as I was saying, I would like to actually be able to start off with a pickup truck. Do hotshot trucking, if you will. But unfortunately, they don't have that in the game at the moment. Um, they are adding um, cars and trucks that you can drive eventually. Sometime this year, I think. But I don't think it's going to be where you can actually do hotshot trucking, because I think they're adding a Ram 1500, not a 25 or 3500. And I haven't heard anything about them adding gooseneck trailers. So, you never know. Granted, they could add the 1500 and modders could make a 2500 version of it, or 3500 and a gooseneck trailer. There's already paid mods that are uh, hotshot stuff, but I don't want to pay $50 for a mod or $25 or whatever it is, you know? So, yeah. Um, there's also mods that let you like get out of the vehicle and hook up the trailer and all that stuff. At least I think they're mods, not features, but I don't know. I haven't really done much as far as like research on that, but not necessarily something that I want to do. Getting out of here is going to be a pain in the ass. Or not. Wrong button. Let's see. Where do I actually want to go? I'm going to Van Burnell. 209 miles, 239 miles. Hmm. See, I played this game enough already to know that this section of highway right through here is not very fun. Um, but the question is, do I want to go through price? And the answer is yes, actually, I do. I want to go right here. Discover the Kenworth dealership. Um, so yeah, let's go through price. I'm a little tired of doing the whole like going through Grand Junction thing, so I'm gonna try to stay on this side of Colorado. West of Colorado, if you will. Of course, I'll take some roads that go through Colorado, obviously, but for the most part, I'm gonna stick to west of Colorado. Mainly because I don't want to go up and down the damn mountains. Now, I am personally not a big fan of Volvo because um, the majority of Volvo trucks, especially now, are automatics. Granted, I am using an automatic, but I'm also using a controller, so that's why. Um, But yeah, I've just never really cared for Volvos that much. I don't like the way that they look that much compared to like a Peterbilt or Kenworth, W900, or you know, 389, 379. Just not a fan of the Aero cab or whatever it's called. I'm gonna try and keep this mostly in cabin, for the most part. There'll be a few times that I can't see or something that I'll use third person, but for the most part, I'm gonna try and stick to in cabin. So I'm thinking for the first truck that I buy, I'm gonna end up buying a Mack, probably the R series, because they're gonna be cheap, but they're also gonna be weak. Like, I'm gonna struggle to get up the slightest freaking incline with 10,000 pounds weak. Speed limit is 80 miles an hour. Well, I shouldn't be surprised we're in Utah. Of course, following in this lane behind a car and a truck that want to do less than 70. Not a bad sounding motor. I still like the 3406 Cat better. But I can live with this. So we've got 155 miles to go. In game, anyway. 154, 153, whatever. I don't really know what to talk about for that many miles. Even though in-game miles, it's like I'm talking for 20 seconds and we're already, like, we've done 5 miles. With the size of the map, each of those telephone poles are about a mile apart. Even though in real life they're, I think, 150 yards apart or 100 yards apart. Yeah. Um, that just makes it really weird. Um, so like I said, they are adding cars and trucks that you will be able to drive, and a different mode, from what I understand, where it's not the same career path, like same career mode as actual driving an 18-wheeler truck. It's um, basically like Amazon and Uber type stuff, or Uber Eats or whatever. Um, Small deliveries, small packages, like stuff that fits in the back of a trunk. You know, the AI drive just like real people. You see a truck with a 40-foot trailer on the back in the turn lane. That means that they're going to turn. Don't pull up to the white line at a stoplight or stop sign or whatever. You know, leave them enough room to actually turn. The trailer is going to go into your lane. Yet, people in real life and people in game, or AI in this case, they don't understand that. They really don't. I have no idea where my air pressure gauge is. So that's annoying. I did turn Fatigue Simulator off, or Simulator, whatever. Um, I did turn it off as I drive onto the sidewalk because it is rather annoying to be driving and be driving in the daytime, which I prefer driving in the daytime because I can actually see on this game during the daytime. But it comes up with an hour before you need to sleep or you'll get a penalty for it. Well, the problem is when you go to sleep at 3:40 in the afternoon, you wake up, or your character wakes up, and it's 9 o'clock at night. And probably raining. So, you have to drive at night, in the rain, with your headlights on and your windshield wipers on, and it's not fun. Pick a gear. Why is it 30 through here? What the hell? I guess it's because of this curve. Oh, come on. Really? You suck. Oh, yeah, passenger train. So, like I said at the start, I would like to actually do this as a true start from scratch type thing, but I don't know how to really do that. Like, instead of just doing quick jobs on an 18-wheeler or whatever, I'd like to actually have a company and all that stuff that I sign on with and that kind of stuff. I don't know if there's a mod that lets you actually do that. I'll have to look into that, I guess. "90 miles left to go." You know, I originally picked this route because of the um, area that I was going to have to go through going the other way, which I didn't really want to go through. This one's not much better. Turn the jake brake down to 1. Well, I guess engine brake, not jake brake. They don't call them jake brakes anymore. They're the same damn thing. Engine brake, jake brake, retarder, whatever. Though the retarder is transmission. I'm not real sure how it works on a manual transmission, but I know on an automatic transmission, because there's hydraulic fluid in there, it does something. If I understand it right, there's um, there's a box or something that has hydraulic pressure that like puts a brake on the input shaft or output shaft of the transmission. I could be wrong. I don't know big trucks that well. So. And some ugly wheels. I guess it really didn't matter what lane I picked. Not a bad drive at all. Not a fan of the color of the truck, but whatever. But now I have options. I can actually buy a Kenworth. Though I don't think I'm going to go down that route. I think I'm going to go down the route of buying a Mack. Because they're cheap. On the used market, they're cheap. Compared to a new truck. Though getting one with a half-decent motor in it is going to be a challenge. Because they didn't have big horsepower motors back then. And turn green. Turn green. Come on. Turn green. Damn it. And we're back down to 55. I just got up the speed limit. Now we're down to 45. And right up here, we're probably going to be 30. Right? 35, yep. Well, we're almost there. $30 mph. So that's fun. I know it's not realistic for them to do this, but I really wish that they would just change the speed limit through the cities. Just keep it all at 35, 40. I just put the cruise on 27. Of course, it goes up to 35 right as I do that. So So what I intend on doing with this profile, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this, is I'm not going to play it unless I am recording it. I am not going to stream this profile. I don't think. I haven't fully decided on that, but it will be recorded or streamed if I change my mind about the streaming thing. Now, I'm sure there will be occasions where I end up not streaming or recording it because something stupid, like, for example, audio issues. But other than that, let's see if I can make this do a 180-degree turn. Yes, I can. So I will not be able to make that turn like this. Let's see. The dumb thing is I could have cheated and went right there, and I didn't even know it. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, back to the inside of the cabin. I have to pull up even further. This is not going where I wanted to go. At all. Did it. Oh, there's a pole. Okay. What am I hitting? Because it's annoying as hell, I'm going to use third person. Pretend I did that in first person. Yep, I never used third person at all. Nope, never. Not a single time. So let's do value cargo. Okay, so I got an email letting me know that I can borrow some money. And now I can borrow $100,000. $130,000. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. About a 40-minute video. So I need some information down in the comment section. What kind of stuff should I do? Like, is there a mod that lets me do like the company driver thing like I'm wanting? Or do I just have to like kind of try and make my own thing? Or like what? Um, Otherwise I'm gonna do this as a like I'm gonna do quick jobs for a while until I get 50K ish, 25 to 50K, and then I'll just do like, I'm pretending that I finally branched out and uh got my own truck, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that being said, I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up if you would. Um Leave me a comment, let me know like what kind of stuff I should do, what kind of mods I should get, and stuff like that for what I'm wanting to do. And let's see. Said like, comment, haven't said subscribe yet, so do that if you would. And hit the little bell icon, let me know what you think, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye for now.